Good morning, ma'am. In previous class, we have seen what about the disaccharides. Okay, and we will continue with the carbohydrates. And today we are going to complete the carbohydrates. Today we will see that what about polysaccharides. We are going to see two polysaccharides. Those are starch and cellulose. Okay, that now first we will go through starch, ma'am. Before that, in previous class, what are the disaccharides we have seen? Those disaccharides are sucrose, maltose, lactose. Those structures we have seen clearly. In that, sucrose is non-reducing sugar. Maltose and lactose, those are reducing sugars. Okay, why it is reducing sugar and non-reducing sugar, I told clearly. Anomeric carbons, if both anomeric carbons of monomers are involved in glycosidic linkage, then it is non-reducing sugar. If any one anomeric carbon is free, okay, if any one anomeric carbon is free, then that is reducing sugar. According to that, sucrose is coming under non-reducing sugar, and maltose and lactose, those two are coming under reducing sugars. Okay, all the three, maltose, lactose and sucrose, are with same molecular formula C12H22O11. Okay, now under this polysaccharides, our first side heading is starch. Starch is the very important material which is present in our food, rice. Okay, not only in rice, in potatoes, like that it is one of the major carbohydrates which is present in our plants. Okay, we are getting food, okay, that from rice or potatoes or all those things. In those things, major constant is starch. Starch contains mainly two important components. Those are amylose and amylopectin. Starch contains mainly two components. Those two components are amylose and amylopectin. Okay, now we are going to study separately what is this amylose and what about that amylopectin. Let us see. Amylose is a non-branched polymer of alpha D glucose. So in this amylose, what is the monomer? Glucose only. That is also alpha glucose. Okay, alpha glucose. It is a non-branched polymer of alpha D glucose, which is water insoluble, contains almost 100 to 200 alpha D glucose units. Contains almost alpha D glucose nearly 100 to 200 units. That is amylose. Okay. Now how this amylose can be constituted, can be drawing the structure, we will see, ma. Let us see. First, alpha glucose, oxygen, right side C1. C1 contains alpha glucose na OH down, H above. C2 is contained. C2 is also right side OH, ma. C3 right side H above OH. C4 contains right side OH, here H. Next C5 again above CH2OH, and here H, it is bonded to O. This is one glucose molecule. Next, another glucose molecule, that is C4H OH CH2OH. This CH2OH is 6 carbon. This is also 6th carbon, ma. 5 H O C see here, OH, H, H, OH, here H, here it is continuation. Okay, now previously we have seen for disaccharides how they are going to form glycosidic linkage. Here between C1, C4 we have a glycosidic linkage. Next here continuation, this glycosidic linkage is continued with one more glucose. This is continued, this C4 is continued with C1 of another glucose. Here this is C1, C4 of another glucose. Like that it will be continued. No branches at all, straight chain, non-branched, no branches at all, it is straight chain, it is going on like this. Is it okay, man? Okay, this is about amylose structure, straight chain, it is going on like this, continuation, here continuation. For your understanding, I wrote two diagrams and it will be continued like this. 200 units like that, it will be continuation without any branch. Okay, this is about amylose. Next we will see about amylopectin. Amylopectin is polymer of glucose, alpha glucose only. Amylopectin is also polymer of alpha glucose, water soluble, contains 800 to 1000 alpha D glucose units. Previous one 200 units, this one 800 to 1000 units. Okay, but this is not non-branched, it is contained by some branches. Okay, see, straight chain, straight chain with C1 C4 linkage, branch branched with C1 C6 linkage, straight chain with C1 C4 linkage, branched with C1 C6 linkage. Now we will see how it is getting branched with other one. Okay, let us see first. Imagine one straight chain like this, oxen, right side C1, C2, C3, C4, sorry oxen, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 bonds with oxygen. This C1 contains H. This is glycosidic linkage with another carbon. Again H here. This is C4 of next carbon. Okay. C2 down OH. Here H. C3 H OH. Next again. This is continued with another one above H here CH2OH. This is sixth carbon. This is H. It will be continued. Now next again C4. C4 bonds with C5. O. C1. C. H. OH. H. OH. This is second carbon. This is third carbon. This is first carbon. First carbon H. First carbon has OH na? Okay. See, this chain, it is continuing. So many, they are continuing up to this much extent. Imagine this is last one. This is 100, this is 101. This is 99, this is 100. Remaining units are all continuing like this. Straight chain, this is end. You can imagine like that. Okay, now one more chain I am going to consider here. Separately one more chain. Just 1 minute ma. Oxygen C1H C2H OH C3OH H C4H continuation. Here also continuation. C5 CH2OH, this is 6 carbon, H oxygen. This is continuation, straight chain only. Next, this carbon, fourth carbon na H contains H, C5. Okay, 1 minute ma. C5 CH2OH H O C1 H OH C2 H OH C3 OH H here. Okay, now again it is continuing. This C1 is continued with C4 of another carbon, another molecule. This is C5. C5 has CH2OH na? CH2OH. This is 6th carbon. Okay, next continuation. C5 is bonded with oxygen. This is C1 continuation. Next, C2 H OH C4 C3 OH H and C4 H like this. Okay, see, 6th carbon CH2OH, first carbon OH, first carbon OH, 6th carbon OH. These two are branched. H from here and OH from here will be lost out as water then we will get bond between oxygen and CH2. This is another chain. This is above chain. This above chain is ended here because this one carbon oxygen is involved in 6th carbon, so it will be stopped here. It might be continued here. Somewhere in the last, that first carbon and this 6th carbon again it will be included and it is formed like a branched chain. See, straight chain with C1 C4 linkage. Straight chain with C1 C4. This is straight chain with C1 C4. C1 C4 linkage continuation. Okay. Branched chain with C1 C6 linkage. C1 C6 linkage. C1 C6 glycosidic linkage. C1 C4 glycosidic linkage. C1 C4 glycosidic linkage. C1 C4 glycosidic linkage. This is also glycosidic linkage only. This is called alpha link. Because these are all alpha glucose molecules, that is called alpha link. I hope you are clear, ma. Very simple. C1 of above chain and C6 of below chain. C1 of above chain and C6 of below chain. Those are involved in glycosidic linkage. Okay. Then it is closed. Continuation. Above chain is continued. Below chain is also continued. Above chain and below chain again somewhere after 100 units, 500 units or 600 units again they will be forming a branch in the last. How here it is formed in the last, like that it is continued. Okay. Below here again C1 is going to be continued. Below here this C1 might be continued again. One more branch after some units it might be formed. But branch chain is going to be formed, okay, at C1 and C6. Branched chain it is going to be formed as at C1 and C6. Why it is branched chain? This is one and this is another chain. Between that linkage is called branched chain. This is straight chain. This is C1 C4 linkage, glycosidic linkage. This is C1 C6 glycosidic linkage. Okay, this is about starch two components. What are the two components present in starch? Amylose and amylopectin. If you are very clear about this, next we will go to cellulose. That is very simple. It has only one component only. Cellulose has only one component. Okay, observe this diagram one more time, all of you. Actually, this biomolecules, it is small chapter only. Because of these structures, these big structures, it took little bit time when compared to polymers. How polymers chapter is, how much extent? Same biomolecules chapter is also small chapter only. But these many big structures, how to draw that, how to structure, all these things are there. To explain that, explanation is little bit time. Otherwise, it is also small chapter only. While if you understand clearly, while you are revising, it is very simple for you. Because no major reactions. These structures are only very important. Biology students, okay, for you now, if you go through biomolecules in biology, now it will be clear, easy for you. How these links, bondages, all these things will be easily understood for you. Okay, ma? Next, side heading, second one, that is cellulose. Why this is called alpha linkage? These are all alpha glucose molecules, na? That's why that is called alpha link. Next, second one, cellulose. Cellulose. Cellulose is the major component present in plants. It is polysaccharide. Okay, contains so many units when compared to starch also. Large number of units when compared to starch. Okay, cellulose is a polymer of beta-D glucose. Cellulose is a polymer of beta-D glucose. It has only one component, cellulose only. That cellulose, how it is present, now we will see. Okay, na? Now, beta-D glucose molecule, let us see that one more. Oxygen is here. Right side carbon, 1. Alpha means above OH, below H. Next, this carbon is bonded to second carbon. Second carbon, right side OH, H. The second carbon is bonded to third carbon. Third carbon, H, OH. Fourth carbon, OH, H. Next, fifth carbon, CH2OH. Sixth carbon, this is here H. Here this is 1 unit of beta-D glucose. Okay, next coming to next beta-D glucose molecule. Oxygen, C1, H, OH, C, OH. This is second carbon, H. This is third carbon, fourth carbon, H, OH. Fifth carbon, CH2, this is sixth carbon, H bonds. Okay, now observe, this is one beta-D glucose unit, this is one beta-D glucose unit. C4 of one beta-D glucose and C1 of another beta-D glucose. H and OH will be lost out as water. Then we will get glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage between C4 and C1. Between C4 and C1 only, but the difference is this is beta glucose, this is also beta glucose. Previously till now we have seen alpha glucose molecules. Now we are seeing this beta-D glucose, and this linkage is also called beta link. Why? These are all beta glucose molecules. That's why this is called beta link or glycosidic linkage. Okay, next one more molecule. This is C4. Okay, oxygen, C1, OH, H, C2, H, OH, C3, OH, H, C4H OH C5 CH2OH H here. Now the bond is present between same C4 of this molecule and C1 of this molecule. Okay, again this is also called beta link or glycosidic linkage, and this C4 and C1 will be continued like this, and here C1, this C1 is there na. This is going to be continued like this. Beta linkages will be happened. Okay, cellulose, this is the structure of cellulose. Okay, observe the structure of cellulose, all of you. This is the polymer of beta D glucose na. Okay, that's why we got like this, not like a straight chain. This is like in a inclined position we got the chains. Okay, C1 and C4 are only involved in glycosidic linkage here. This is continuation. No complication in cellulose. In starch we have two components na, amylose and amylopectin. Like that here, no two components, only one component. That one component is straight chain like this, C1 C4 linkages na, but the monomer is beta D glucose. But in starch, monomer is alpha D glucose. This is about second polysaccharide, that is cellulose. Okay, observe the diagram, all of you clearly. Easy only. Once if you are habituated, it is very easy. At the time of revision, it is very easy for you. Okay, next glycogen, third one. Glycogen structure was not given much, simply it was given that glycogen is the main polysaccharide which is stored as a food material in, which is stored in the animals. Actually starch, it is in plants. Like that, this is the carbohydrate polysaccharide which is stored in animals, glycogen. Okay, like that only they gave. And after that, importance of carbohydrates, it is a theory part. Once if you read that one, you will understand. Once go through, if you have any small doubt, ask me, I will clarify that one. Okay, the theory part, all those things easily you can understand, no problem. Okay, this is about polysaccharides. So we have seen the structures of monosaccharides. Under monosaccharides, two headings, glucose and fructose. Okay, next disaccharides, sucrose, maltose, lactose. Third one, polysaccharides, starch and cellulose. This is complete information about carbohydrates. So by this we have completed the carbohydrates topic. Okay, next we are remained with proteins, vitamins, enzymes, hormones, nucleic acids. These are all simple only. Theory part majorly man, easily we can complete. Hardly nucleic acids, little bit structures are there. Remaining all very easy to understand and easily we can complete. These are all maximum related to biology man. Okay, if you are a biology student, it is easy for you. Easily you can understand the theory part majorly. Okay na? Now this is about carbohydrates na. Next we can go through proteins. Before going to proteins, we have to know majorly, that is amino acid. Amino acid. Name itself it is indicating that amino group and acid group, two groups are present in the same molecule. That type of molecule is called amino acid. Okay, what is the amino group? NH2. What is the acid group? COOH. These two are present to one carbon. Okay, next H will be one more group, and finally this is R group. Sir, what is this R? Depending on the R group only, we have various types of amino acids. If R group is CH3, that is one amino acid. If R group is H group, that is another amino acid. Like that, we have various amino acids. Nearly almost 20, 21 like that amino acids are present. Okay, The substance which has both amino group and acid group is called amino acid. Okay, those amino group and acid group are bonded to one carbon, along with the hydrogen is present. Then this fourth group is only difference. This fourth group is only different. Okay, now let us see if R is equal to H. If R is equal to H, then C NH2 H H COOH. This is called glycine. This is called glycine. Okay, next, if R is equal to CH3, then C NH2 H COOH CH3. Like this R group is getting different one. I think this is alanine. Okay, like this, so many groups are given. In your textbook, they gave one total tabular column. The tabular column fully no need to remember. For reference purpose, they gave. Once again, for reference purpose, they gave the tabular column nearly 20, 21, like that. Amino acids, every amino acid they gave. In that, what is the R group? If R group is different, amino acid is getting different. But commonly, this carbon is bonded to NH2, COOH and H. These three are common only. These three are common only. This R group only, very large group and small group, like that we have varied. Okay. If R is equal to H, it is glycine. R is equal to CH3 like that isoleucine, leucine, like that so many are there. Everything no need to by heart. Myself I am telling. Okay. First 3 or 4 you can see. That is enough. 3 or 4, that is also just what are the R groups. That is enough. Remaining everything no need. Okay ma? That is about information regarding amino acid. Now one more important point, that is out of all amino acids except glycine, remaining all amino acids are optically active. Except glycine, remaining all amino acids are optically active. What is the meaning? Optically active means definitely that compound must contain chiral carbon. What is meant by chiral carbon, ma? What is meant by chiral carbon? The carbon which is bonded to 4 different groups. The carbon which is bonded to 4 different groups is called chiral carbon. Okay. In glycine, what is the R group? R group is H. Already H is present on the carbon. So both hydrogens are present. Same groups are present. That's why it is not coming under optically active compound. Except that glycine, remaining all amino acids are optically active. Okay ma? This is information about this amino acid. Next one, classification of amino acids. Amino acids are classified as essential and non-essential. This is first classification. Second classification, acidic amino acid, basic amino acid, neutral amino acid. First classification, essential and non-essential. Okay. Second classification, acidic, basic and neutral. Now coming to first classification, essential and non-essential. For our body, some amino acids can be secreted in our body itself. Some amino acids can be secreted in our body itself. Those are called non-essential. So if they are secreted in the body itself, these are not required from outside. Non-essential. Those are not required from outside. But some amino acids cannot be secreted in our body. Those amino acids are called essential amino acids. Okay. Examples once you can go through in textbook. Those are all given. Okay, like a theory part only. This is from here onwards majorly theory part will be dominating. Okay, major structure wise it is completed. Now coming to acidic, basic and neutral. If number of COH groups are more, if number of COH groups are more, then that is acidic group, acidic amino acid. If number of NH2 groups are more, then it is basic. If the compound has same number of NH2 groups and COH groups, then that is neutral. Acidic means if number of COH groups are more. Basic means if number of NH2 groups are more. Coming to neutral, if same number of NH2 and COH groups. These are simple only. By seeing the molecules, structures, all those things, tabular column, you will understand easily. No problem at all. Okay. Now next point coming under amino acid. Okay. Next concept under this amino acid, that is zwitterion. When amino acid is added to water, added to water, or it is an aqueous solution. Now CnH2 contains lone pair C double bond O OH HR. Okay. Now this lone pair is donated to this HMA. At that time, out of OH bond, which is more alternative oxygen, this bond is shifted towards oxygen. Then it is converted to CnH3 plus. So lone pair is not there now. NH3 plus H R C double bond O minus. Contains positive charge and negative charge, like a salt. It is basic in nature, it is acidic in nature. Acidic nature means it has the capacity to donate H plus ions. Basic nature means it has the capacity to donate lone pair of electrons. But this is Lewis base now. This is Lewis base. Then this one will donate the lone pair of electrons to this H plus, and it is formed as NH3 plus, and this is CO minus. Like a salt, it is this ionic form of amino acid in aqueous solution. Ionic form of amino acid in aqueous solution is called zwitterion. Ionic form of amino acid in aqueous solution is called zwitterion. It contains both positive charge and negative charge. Okay, negative charge is CO minus and NH3 plus is here. Okay, this is about zwitterion. Next, now we will see what about the protein. Let us see. Consider any one amino acid, NH, H, R, C double bond O, OH. Next, C double bond O, OH, C, H, R, N, H2. Okay, now correctly observe, this is one amino acid, this is another amino. Now see here, this might be glycine, this might be glycine, or this might be glycine and this might be alanine, depending on R. I wrote commonly R here. But what is happening here? Hydrogen present on NH2 group and OH present on COOH will be removed as water. Hydrogen present on nitrogen and OH present on carbon will be removed as water. Then we will have CHR, C double bond O, OH, NH, C double bond O, CH, R, NH, continuation. Here this OH also, C double bond O, continuation. Like this it will be continued. Okay, now I fix it with these two only, ma. OH, here H. Okay, this is called peptide bond. This is called peptide bond. This is like condensation polymerization only. In polymers we have seen. This is like condensation polymerization and resembling polyamide. Resembling polyamide. See, CONH. Like a polyamide it is. But I limited to only two molecules, na? So simply this is polypeptide, and this total molecule is called dipeptide. This total molecule is called dipeptide. Between two amino acid molecules, one peptide bond is there. Between two sugar molecules, we have glycosidic linkage. Like that here, this is peptide bond. Sugar molecules, we have discussed that is, in sugar molecules, we have seen glycosidic linkage, no? In this one, peptide bond. Okay, this is continued. This glycine, alanine. Next, again, another one, another amino acid. Next, another amino acid. It will be continued. Suppose if another amino acid is there, that is called tripeptide. 1, 2, 3. If 3 amino acids are there, that is tripeptide. If 2 amino acids are there, that is dipeptide. Between 2 amino acids, one bond. That is called peptide bond. Between 3 amino acids, we have 2 bonds. 2 peptide bonds are there, but that is tripeptide. Okay, observe this one. Like this, polypeptide. Protein is nothing but polypeptide. All of you are clear about this one, everyone? Okay. Between one amino acid and another amino acid, we have peptide bond, ma. That is one bond, but that is called dipeptide. Dipeptide is nothing but it is contained by 2 amino acids. Okay, same like this, write one more point. If 3 amino acids are involved in bonds, that is called tripeptide. Okay, in tripeptide, how many peptide bonds will be there? 2 peptide bonds will be there. Is it correct, ma? So this is about peptide bond, and continuation of this peptide bonds. Continuously, we will get polypeptide. That polypeptide is called protein. Okay. In today's class, it is enough. Next class, we will go through what about the different types of proteins. We have 2 different types, ma. Globular proteins. Like that, classification of proteins are there. Okay. And after that, mainly structures we have to see. In biology also you might have seen primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary structures like that for protein structures. Okay, if you see that classification of proteins depending on water solubility, all these things, after that those 4 structures, primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary, by that proteins will be completed. After that vitamins complete the theory part. Okay, ma? After that nucleic acids, finally hormones, enzymes. Like that, within 2 classes, tomorrow and day after tomorrow's class, we will complete this chapter. Okay, by today's class we have completed this up to till now. Actually today's class we have seen polypeptides, ma. Those 2 are polypeptides, starch and glucose, structure of starch and structure of cellulose. Sorry, ma. Cellulose we have seen. After that we have started with proteins. Okay, before that amino acid structure, classification of amino acids. Okay, the tabular column is there, ma. Once go through the tabular column, you will come to know what are essential and what are Actually, in tabular column it might not be given. Just go through your biology book, you will understand what are essential amino acids and what are non-essential amino acids. After that, what is this protein? Protein is nothing but polypeptide. That peptide bond is present between two amino acid molecules. Okay, it is like condensation polymerization only, contained by like polyamide. Okay, and if two amino acids are there, that is called dipeptide. If three amino acids are there, that is called tripeptide. Like that we can classify them. In next class we will continue with this proteins only. Okay, I hope you understood everyone today's class. Okay, thank you ma, thank you all.